Mock Test Week 11, Video 32. Hello everyone, my name is Attila. Welcome to our 52-week program for Year 7 Grammar School Admission Test, or SAT. Today we will do Mock Test 6 from Stage 1. I want you to pause this video, take a pen and a paper, and solve these 5 questions in 5 minutes. If you need more time, don't worry for now. Practice more to stay within the allowed time. These questions are unique, which means there is no repetition of the exact same question in different mock test papers. Let's solve them and see if you answered all of them correctly. Question 1. Find the numbers multiples of 4 and 7. A. 28, 56, 84. B. 14, 16, 56. C. 16, 56, 35. D. 84, 56, 14. E. 77, 16, 35. Now you could just check to see if they divide by 4, then divide by 7. So 14 can't be divided by 4, and etc. But it's just too long. In other words, checking each number by 4 and 7, it's very time consuming. So what we do is we use the LCM, also known as lowest common multiple. So first, we write all the prime factors and then multiply all common and uncommon factors. For example, lowest common multiple of 8 and 12. The prime factors of 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. The prime factors of 12 is 2 times 2 times 3. Now as you can see that there is one uncommon 2, so we put that down. On the second column we got 2 commons, 2, so we put 1 down. And on the next column we also have a pair of common 2's, so we put a 2 down. And then we put a 3 down because it's uncommon. It's not common. So we multiply 2 by 2 by 2 by 3, which gives us 24. And that's the lowest common multiple of 8 and 12. In the same way, we can find out the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7. The prime factors of 4 is just 2 and 2, and the prime factor of 7 is just 7. So, the lowest common multiple of 4 and 7 is 2 times 2 times 7, which gives us 28. So, we know that if the number is lower than the lowest common multiple, which is 28, it can't be a multiple of 4 and 7. Now, the lowest number in which that number can be divided by 4 and 7 is 28. And the next smallest number that can be divided by 4 and 7 is 28 multiplied by 2, which is 56. No numbers can be divided by both 4 and 7 between 29 and 55, because it is the rule of the lowest common multiples. Now the third number that can be divided by 4 and 7 is 28 times 3, which is 84. So no number between 57 and 83 can be divided by both 4 and 7, because that's the rule of the lowest common multiple. Now if we check the answers, we can see that 28, 56, and 84 is in there. And if we see A, we can see 28, 56, and 84 is in there as well. So we pick A for question 1. Question 2. Find the value of B. A. 5 and 99 over 100. B. 5 and 4 over 100. C. 6 and 7 hundredths. D. 5 and 101 over 100. Or E. 6 and 4 over 100. We can see that we have lots of lines, and we can see it's actually a number line. So our starting number is 5 and 97 over 100, and our finishing number is 6 and 8 hundredths. So let's count each segment by a hundredths to see. So 5 and 98 hundredths, 5 and 99 hundredths, and for A, we have 6 exactly. However, we're asked to find out the value of B, so we keep moving on. So from 6, we count by 100th. So 6 and 100th, 6 and 200ths, 6 and 300ths, and finally we get 6 and 400ths. So we pick E. Now in the case you're in doubt, you can continue. So 6 and 500ths, 6 and 600ths, 6 and 700ths, 6 and 800ths. So as we can see, each segment goes up by 100ths. And so it is confirmed that E is our final answer for question 2. Question 3. Which sequence is represented by 5n plus 3? A. 7, 10, 13, 16, and 19. B. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. C. 3, 7, 11, 15, 19. D. 8, 13, 18, 23, 28. E. 11, 18, 21, 23, 30. Now it's a little bit easy. We just replace the n with the number of terms. So for term 1, we just replace n with 1. So 5 times 1 is 5, plus 3 is 8. For the second term, we replace n with 2. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 3, 13. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 3, 18. Term 4, 5 times 4 is 20, plus 3, 23. Term 5, 5 times 5, 25, plus 3, 28. So we can see that the sequence is 8, 13, 18, 23, and 28. Now if we look for it, we can see that D has the sequence. So we mark D as our correct answer for question 3. Question 4. The cuboid has a volume of 160 centimeters cubed. What is the length of the cuboid? Is it A. 8, B. 7, C. 20, D. 16, or E. 6? We know the height and the width, but we don't know the length. We know that the volume of a cuboid is length times width times height. Now we know what the width is, it's 4 centimeters, and the height, which is 5 centimeters, but we don't know the length because we're asked to find the length of the cuboid. So we do L times 4 times 5 equals 160. Now first, we move 4 into the other side of the equation, and the times 4 becomes divided by 4. So it becomes L times 5 equals 160 divided by 4. When we change the sides of a number from one side of the equation to another, we also change its sign as well. So multiplied by 4 becomes divided by 4. So now we do 160 divided by 4. Alright, we put the 0 on the top and 4 goes into 16 4 times, so we get 40. Now we have L times 5 equals 40. So to figure out the length, we have to do 40 divided by 5, because like I said earlier, any numbers that moves from one side of the equation to another side, then we change its sign as well, like I said before. So our times 5 becomes divided by 5. So L equals 40 divided by 5. Relatively easy, it gives us 8 centimeters. And thus, length is equal to 8 centimeters, or A. Question 5. 144 divided by 24. Is it A. 6, B. 7, C. 12, D. 4, E. 8? This is a bit complicated, so what I recommend you do is do the distributive law. So we separate 24 into 4 times 6, 3 times 8, or 2 times 12. You can pick whichever is easy for you. For us, we'll pick 3 times 8. So what you have to do is first divide 144 by 3 and then 8. Let's start with 3 first. 3 can't fit into 1 because 1's too small, so we move on to the next digit, 4. 3 goes into 14 4 times. Now, it doesn't fit exactly, so because 3 times 4 is 12, so we carry forward 2. 3 goes into 24 8 times, and because we're left with no remainders, our answer is 48. Now we're not done yet, because we're dividing by 24. So we divide by 8. 48 divided by 8. Relatively simple, we get 6. So for question 5, our answer is A, 6. We prepare 52 mock exams for Stage 1 and Stage 2. In each video, we will solve 5 similar questions from the mock exam. If you like it, you can take the full exam, which consists of 45 questions. How will the full mock exam work, you ask? We will email you the question paper. You will need to print it off and complete the exam within 40 minutes. After you finish the exam, please email us to confirm that you have completed it. Afterwards, we will send you a video link with a step-by-step solution for each question. This video is completely free when you take the full mock exam. It is like a one-to-one private tutor, and we will solve all problems together. We are confident that it will dramatically boost your exam preparation and give you a greater chance of having a place in a grammar school or a similar school. If it sounds great, please check the link in our description box below and take the exam. That's all from 11 Plus Maths Genius for this week. Next week, we will solve 5 different questions from the mock exam stage 2. Please subscribe so you do not miss any lectures or mock tests. Until then, be vigilant when you are outside, stay safe, stay healthy, and practice more. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.